Alright, so I wanted to talk a little bit about how to really find that true sense of long-lasting inner peace and how overuse of stimulation and just like addicted to kind of like doing things impulsively can kind of like impede you from accessing this like crazy deep-rooted energy source that maybe you didn't even like know that you had access to. So something I've seen a lot is people that impulsively like check their phone, check Snapchat or text messages or whatever your like vice is, or just like if you feel any type of like uncomfortable emotion, like whether it's like sadness or anxiety or just like fear of some sort or something like that, just something uncomfortable that you just don't really feel like you want to deal with in the moment, and then you impulsively like pull your phone out or just like, oh shit, I feel like kind of sad, I need to like start smoking a cigarette right now. And then it kind of like feels like it almost goes away. Like it feels like you kind of like drown out that emotion temporarily, and it kind of feels like you did the right thing. Like that's how you're supposed to deal with emotions. I mean, it went away and I feel better now, so I mean, this is probably the right way to do it. It feels right. Just going with what I'm feeling in the moment. But it's really temporary, as you've noticed. Like if you smoke cigarettes, you have to keep smoking cigarettes, or you have to keep checking your phone, and eventually that just kind of like makes that emotion build up and build up, and eventually it'll probably like explode in some way, in my experience. That's what I've seen. So I think it's really good to like kind of train yourself and be really self-aware of when these emotions are coming up, and to kind of deal with them in a more resourceful way. It's really simple. And it sounds like kind of obvious or something, but just like deal with the emotion. Just sit there with it in silence. That's what I do a lot. If I ever get really like super down and like a low state of mind, I'll just like lay around and just like feel the emotion for like hours. Seriously, it sounds kind of ridiculous, but that's like the best way in my experience to get through those uh those like low vibrations, you know. So yeah, just be really self-aware, and a really good way to kind of see if maybe you're addicted to stimulation, or you're numbing out your emotions with this like addiction to whatever your vice is. You know, it's unique for everybody. Is to like if you're in a social situation, like notice if you're having a hard time sitting still, if you're having a hard time sitting in silence without speaking or doing something, or like moving around, or freaking like vaping impulsively or some shit like that. Yeah, just be really self-aware of that. And yeah, you don't want to be like that. You're not really relaxed if you need to do something to be relaxed. That's pretty much it. If you need to do something to achieve this sense of inner peace, happiness, relaxation, whatever, fulfillment, whatever you want to call it, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about if you've experienced, maybe just in small glimpses, but I think you know what I mean. So yeah, really the key here is to just be really self-aware. Really self-aware. It takes a lot of time, but it's really worth it in the end. That really subtle sense of like inner peace is it's a lot harder to notice than those like crazy spikes that you experience when you like get those like dopamine hits from like notifications, like Instagram and like drugs and stuff. Like it's way more intense to feel that kind of happiness, like temporary thing that you like use to cover up your emotions, than it is to feel this really like subtle sense of awareness and peace, inner happiness, fulfillment, whatever. It's kind of hard to put a label on it, but I think you know what I'm saying. So hope you took something beneficial from this short video here. So thank you. I appreciate you watching, and leave a comment below or something. Let's start a conversation. I'd like to know your thoughts about this. You think this video is stupid? You agree with it? You want to expand on it? You had experience with this addiction to stimulation in order to numb out your emotions, and maybe you came out on the other side breaking through, now you're happy as fuck or something? I don't know. Let's just start a convo. Let's get this going. Thanks for watching.